Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Check, 47. Greystone, Travis.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's go.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing Jones. And he finds Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down, Giants.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Right here.
Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
64, weak.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Let's go. 70, Indy. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Jones now throwing on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Switch. Hey, watch that. Joker.
A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Spins by. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, Foxtrot. Hit it.
So after the INT, it's McCown now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the backer.
2nd and 10 now for Thorson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Come on, set. 18 game. General West. Check three. Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Thorson. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Hey, Haywood. 54. Ready?
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Set. 18, Gator. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Thorson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Go, go!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Giants nothing.
Set. 60 outlaw. 56. Let's go. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy. Throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
54 Mike.
Jones now operating from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Ready, 8, read.
Mike 27. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. It's on Andre Dillard, first-round pick from Washington State. He was the second tackle taken in the draft. He's flagged there.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
Ready?
Shotgun snap for Thorson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. We really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Thorson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
After the fumble recovery, here's McCown. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, exit. You go tight. You got tight. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. McCown. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
5.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Once again with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Sliding, and he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Clayton Thorson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go now. 8, read. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Chopper. Hey, Zoo. Sit.
From the gun, it's McCown. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
27, Mike, 27. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check, Mike, 47. Ready? That's right, man. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. McCown looking deep for his touch. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Both sevens to Mike. Both sevens to Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? 80 weapon. Bravo. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. McCown. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. McCown looks to throw on 3rd. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second tone, defense, let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Oh, you got D?
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it with us.
From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Let him know.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. The running backs in this game for both teams, very good friends. Of course, college teammates Saquon Barkley and Miles Sanders. Sanders had to sit behind Barkley and wait for his opportunity in 2018. He took advantage of it, parlayed it into a second-round pick, and now these guys get to go against each other 2 times every year in the NFC East. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
General West.
Check 24.
Let's go.
Now it's Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 9.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
47. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Smooth.
7's the mic. 47's the mic.
No gain on me. Mike.
No gain. Mike's 40.
Thorson. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
We go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Wahoo!
54. Mike 54.
Yep.
Check. Hey, watch that.
Five.
2nd and 6. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, Barkley. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Sproles, the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I'm on.
They go play action. Now Thorson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Move 61. Match box.
Now a give, right side. Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and throw on 3rd down. Here's Thorson. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is caught inside the 15. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Check it backer, check it backer.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Ready.
Now Thorson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Here I come again.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check, 47.
Here's Thorson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Throwing, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Barkley. He juked him. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 3rd and short.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to do it. You figure you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Darren Sproles, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Jones. Quick slant, caught by Moore. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Here we go. Hey! Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Hey, let go. I don't even know why this team showed up. Get it.
Jones to throw on third down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Exit.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what?
As Sanders has it poked free, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
You draw
11
Corker.
at the 36-yard line.
Now.
On second and 11 now. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Jones now throwing on third and long. And he's got his target. That's more. They get 20 yards there on third and 19, and an unlikely first down.
90 Wolf.
First down, New York.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 6 on the dump-off, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Now Jones going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Eagles, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudens.